Hey everyone, this is David Charney with eLearningLocker.com. Today I wanted to show off two e-learning projects I've run across that I absolutely love. We'll start with HeartRescueNow.com. This site prepares you for the situation where someone goes into cardiac arrest. What do you do? How do you kind of build that level of experience on how to handle the situation? So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. I am at the mall. This man just collapsed. It is so immersive. It does such a great job of making a general, ordinary situation, me being at the mall, turn into something much more than that. So what should I do? Do I ignore him? Do I see if he's okay? I'm going to see if he's okay. Again, one thing I like about this is it's really put me, the learner, in the situation of kind of the leader of this situation. How often is it that everyone wants the other person to be the leader, and so ultimately no one becomes the leader? And in this sort of situation, you can't have that. You need to step up, you need to get the job done, and if you can feel comfortable doing that, you're much more likely to step up as the leader. And so forcing me into that role, I very much, leaving this course, feel like I can step up and take care of things. Even if I'm not entirely comfortable with it, I've got some level of experience now being kind of the leader of this sort of situation. So I'm going to search for help. I have two options: search for help, call 911. Let's search for help. Let's see what happens. What I like about this too is that you just hear breathing. You don't hear me actually talk. And I think that makes it feel a lot more like it's me from this first person sort of perspective. I'm looking everywhere for help, and there's panic in my voice, and I get back to the gentleman here. But unfortunately, I might have made a poor choice. 9 out of 10 people who suffer sudden cardiac arrest don't survive. Important message. I'm going to start over, and I'm going to take a different path. Okay, so this time I'm going to call 911.
And you said he's not conscious or breathing normally? Okay, we've got paramedics en route. Now this sounds like sudden cardiac arrest. We're going to need
So you know paramedics are en route.
And I also need you to send
The 911
so we can get his heart beating again.
Call is walking you through things to keep in mind, things to do. I love that there's a freak out here. I can start CPR or I could freak out. What's nice about freaking out is, again, it's a real situation. You're probably going to be a bit panicked.
Are you still there? Look, it'll be okay. There are laws that protect you if you're trying to help in a life-threatening situation. Don't worry. I'm going to walk you through every step. You just need to stay with me, okay?
So it's nice that the person that you're talking to on the 911 call kind of calms you down, says, look, there's laws, there's things in place to let you worry less about what might happen to you in this situation, and allow you to think more about the person you're trying to help in the situation. So I'm going to start CPR.
Okay, now here's what you need to do. First, get into a position where you can lay the person flat on his back and kneel by his side. Right, find the center of his chest. Now place your fingers together, one hand on top of the other, and you're going to use the heels of your hand, pushing down hard and fast with your arms straight. Send someone to find an AED now. Go about this fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going.
So now I'm going to use the AED.
I'll take over. You get the AED ready.
So again, they keep you as the person in charge. So she takes over CPR. You take the AED that you're not familiar with, that you're not comfortable using.
Call for help
And you get that experience, that rapid level of experience that you don't have before, that you will have leaving this course. You know, I've never used one of these things, and after this I feel, yeah, I could figure this out. You know, I didn't know it walks you through it like this. I'm sure there's differences, but I feel much more comfortable being in this situation now.
Look at pictures on pads. Peel one pad off blue plastic. Apply pad to bare skin, exactly as shown in the picture. Press pad firmly. Peel other pad off blue plastic. Apply pad to bare skin, exactly as shown in the picture. Press pad firmly. Do not touch patient. Evaluating heart rhythm. Stand by. Preparing to shock. Everyone clear. Press flashing button.
And you have saved his life. Congratulations, you saved a life. Now save more lives by sharing this link. So I think just, you know, what a wonderful website. I mean, it really immerses you in the situation. It makes you feel comfortable handling such a situation. It really leaves you with the thought in your head that you've got a level of experience. Might not be a big level of experience, but you've got some level of experience dealing with this situation that you didn't have before. Hopefully you can imagine what other kind of courses you might be able to build similar to this. Might not be as crazy as saving a life, but you might be in a warehouse and a shelf collapses and you need to help someone in this emergency situation, and then later you might have to fill out paperwork. It could be that level, or it could be your team leader calls you over to an assembly line and they say, hey, why don't you help me out with this? And you have to answer certain simple questions, and based on the question you answer, you play different video clips to kind of either head you in the right direction or the wrong direction, or maybe it's the wrong direction and they lead you right back to the right direction. Can you simulate being there in the situation and provide valuable information, whether you're right or wrong, to kind of keep you headed in the right direction? So I really hope we see more courses like this, and I would assume we would, but you know, for us to take a look at courses like this, I think helps us think about ways we can kind of incorporate it into our own projects. So let me show you one more project. This is called Trip Out to Sea. A Trip Out to Sea. And similar in that it's a very first-person situation. You can hear there's a lot of great audio. Here I am. I'm on a boat.
Ouais. Hey, quelle belle journée là. Oh.
Ouais. Ça va?
Ouais.
Tu prends la barre 2 minutes?
T'es sûr là?
Ouais.
All is well. Now, I'm going to skip ahead here, but I walk around this boat and suddenly I get knocked into the water. Scroll. So what's amazing about this is I have to keep scrolling to stay above water. So you can't see it, but I'm scrolling with my mouse right now. I'm scrolling. And I have to keep scrolling to stay above water. I can just barely see the boat heading off into the distance. Suddenly I'm just in the water, and I am trying to stay afloat. Trying to stay above water. You can see on the right, there's a little kind of guide. My heartbeat. If I stop scrolling, you can see that start to head down low. I'll start scrolling again. You can see it kind of slides back up to the top, and I come back to the top of the above water. But eventually I'm going to get tired, and I'm going to just I'm going to let that fall. And eventually I drown. And there's a great little, learning point here. Whenever you go out to sea, wear your life jacket. Simple thing, but really puts it all in perspective. I think, someone that might be a good swimmer might realize they can't swim forever. Better wear a life jacket. Quick example, similar to the other project, but a totally different kind of interaction where you have to scroll the mouse constantly to stay above water. I think that's just a really neat idea. So these were a couple of projects I wanted to show off. I hope you can incorporate some of these ideas into your own projects. Again, my name is David Charney from eLearningLocker.com and IlluminGroup.com. If you like this video, please subscribe and you'll know when other videos come out. Feel free in the comments or to send me direct messages if you've seen other sites like this. I'd love to check them out. Maybe I'll talk about them in an upcoming video. And happy learning.